Hello and welcome to the Tavern 53. We're talking tonight. I got tonight with me, Dan the Man Renew. Also with us, the Bob Rossa Barbecue, Greg Rushlow. That's right. Tonight we're going to be talking about Black Friday shopping. We've talked about it before, and we're going to talk about it again probably. But tonight, did you take advantage of the Black Friday deals? Did you go out and fight the crowd? Did you go and take a look and see about any good deals, or did you sit at home and use your computer or your phone, or sit on the bowl and look on your phone and Amazon shop? Greg, what did you do?
Well, I got to start off cracking open a beer since we're at the tavern here.
Yes.
But there we are.
Ooh, very nice. Very nice.
So hey, Greg, I got to say,
beer is it?
It's a Walkerville Brewery, the Scotch Ale, Rob Roy Scotch Ale.
Ooh, very nice. Very nice.
Well, we can always give a few shout outs for those kind of companies.
Yep. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm more of an online guy. I'm not a big in-store shopper. But the exciting part about Black Friday is the releases of the sales, like at the last minute or this hour or at midnight. Things like that kind of get me excited to see what's going on.
Yeah, no, that's definitely it. Like we were talking this morning, my wife and I, the days of the Kmart blue light specials.
Yeah.
You'd be in the store. Today, attention Kmart, blue light special, aisle 51, 10W50 and 10W45 motor weight oil on sale, $5.99 a liter. Hurry up, grab it before it's gone.
I remember those advertisements. Yeah, that was neat.
That was again, fight for that, or did you just show up and get it? Like, depending on how desperate you were, I guess, and where you were. Dan,
yeah, I took it.
Sorry, Greg, you were still saying?
That's okay. I was just going to say I did buy some things for Black Friday, but yeah, we can get into that later or whatever.
Very good, yeah. Dan?
Yeah, I'm like Greg, like I got so much on this. But I'll start off with something you mentioned, Wayne. Back when I was going to lawn security, I worked at Tecumseh Mall, and I worked at a place in there called Sneaky Pete's. If you all recall Sneaky Pete's Tecumseh Mall.
Yep,
and
I remember that place.
Yeah, and it was like a daily thing to go to Kmart and the blue light special, and even us as employees at Sneaky Pete's would go down there and come back from your break, because don't forget Kmart also had that little food court.
Yeah.
You know, the $1.99, the fish that was the triangle with Chinese dip with the fries for like $2.99, and they were all rivalry. And people go, "Oh, did you see?" Like you said, Wade, so, like really silly stuff. Like, "Oh, did you see? Like toilet brushes are on sale. Like they're like clearance for 99 cents on the blue light special." So that was part of like when I worked at the Tecumseh Mall, Kmart, and that was amazing for that type of stuff. Blue light specials.
Yeah, again, like going with that, I worked at the mall in Amherstburg, Fort Malden Mall. Now it's no longer there, but back then, like they would have, they would do the day, like on the Thursday night, starting at like probably 1 a.m. What the hell was it? The drugstore, Fort Malden Drug Mart, would start with sales starting at like 1 a.m. If you came in and bought like $20 worth of whatever from the store, you got a free case of pop.
Yeah.
Well, we're also talking back in 1989.
Yeah.
And there was people lined up to get $20 worth of stuff from the drug mart to go and turn around to go and get the free case of pop from them. It was great. Like, again, now all the other places, they quickly joined in and followed suit. And next thing you know, it was like, again, you had your Black Friday shopping. No, it started on the Thursday, and then there was a couple of them. Oh, we're going to start on the Wednesday, and it just
Yeah.
became a whole week.
Yeah, this subject is very dear to my heart because, like, before my wife were even married and before I worked at the casino, it was like I think there's two types of shopping when it comes to Black Friday. So there's the people who will wake up and run to the store, wait in line, grab the TV, and come home. And respect to those kind of people. But for myself and my wife, and we even would bring our kids when they were really, really little and say we were buying toys for the daycare that she worked at, so they wouldn't know we were buying them for them. But that was a big, we would get hotel night in Detroit for a few days. It was the rum chata in the coffee. It was the Christmas music in the car. It was the Santa hat on, and it was a whole adventure. Like it wasn't so much the shopping. Like we went over last few years. Our kids are adults now, but it's just that Christmas music, going to see it's an experience rather than just like buying whatever. Like I bought an exciting vacuum. This was my big Black Friday purchase, was a vacuum. So, it's not, the kids don't need the Monopoly and Sorry and all the games that our kids would buy back in the day. But like Black Friday, American Thanksgiving, because we live on a border city, a lot of places in Canada, can't understand, but it was a big thing, whether it's the parade, or watching the Macy Days Parade out of New York. It's a whole, for me personally, it's a whole experience. Like what Black Friday shopping means is different than the Black Friday experience.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like you're not fighting the crowd. It's the you're seeing the tree, like you said in Detroit, seeing the hustle and bustle and everybody excited about their Christmas gifts or their gifts that they're getting. Not necessarily sorry, you got two left shoes that you purchased for $1.50. No, but you got a nice, say, like you said, vacuum or a blender, or you took the time to, and you again, like I can remember sitting there with the Flyers scouting. Okay, they've got this on and they've got this on. So we've got, did you want to go there or did you want me to go there? And that's what we would do. And it just worked out. Like okay, we're just going to sit in the parking lot and we're just going to go at one time. And that didn't work well. We didn't like that. Again, no game plan, just go. No, we had to have it work for us. It was a game plan. Like, honey, you go and get the TV. Honey, you go get the VCR, sort of thing. Like when it was on sale. Okay. And that was the way we did it. Others, they just, like I know of one person that I work with. She's notorious. She probably went this year as well. But she would go in, and it was like, oh, there's a bin of left-handed mitts. Okay, I got two of them. Oh my god! And it's like fight to go. Like, what are you gonna do with two left-handed freaking mitts?
Yeah.
But she got them on sale. They were 25 cents each. Okay. But
I think the timing of the American Thanksgiving really works with this Black Friday. You get that final get together with your family. Everyone's off of work. And then it's that just the next push to Christmas. And you got that time to get out there and go shopping.
Yeah.
I mean, us as Canadians, we're kind of reaping the benefit of that, especially being on the border.
Yeah.
Because a lot of Canadian businesses are following suit. It's a big shopping. All week there's been Black Friday deals, at least for the places I've been watching.
Yeah.
And now they're pushing this Cyber Monday coming.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm kind of a traditionalist because over the years of doing what I said, going, whether it's out to Great Lakes Crossing or going out to Bronner's and doing that stuff. And I think I really noticed that during COVID when we couldn't really go anywhere. And then everyone went online, which I have no problem with online shopping. I mean, it's nice to get something, from California in 2 days and on your front porch when you get home from work. But after COVID, I noticed when I started going to these stores again, and there were so many closed, stores that were closed and businesses that lost business, and kind of it was a lot of it was due to people going, well, I ordered my running shoes, my socks, my underwear, everything online. And even though I think that's great, I'm in a business, Wayne is too, that like needs people to show up, right?
Yeah.
Like you need people to show up to do that. It's nice if you want to go to the mall and walk around with your wife, your girlfriend, whatever, you can do that. But when there's no more malls in the future, I mean, besides the unemployment rate, like it's kind of a sad thing. I mean, we talked about this before, Wayne, on an earlier episode of like, I don't want someone to drop off tomatoes that they thought were ripe, or bananas they thought were ripe, or jeans that, you get them in their, too small or whatever. It's nice to go in a store and have the option to get online as well.
Yeah.
Like and again, going with what you're saying there, Dan, like being in the environment that we are, I sometimes I get peopled out, and I just don't want to have to deal with the cranky people or any kind of people. But then there's other times it's like, again, like, like you said, I want to make sure my bananas are fresh. I want to make sure that my shoes do fit properly. So it's like there's something sometimes, again, and I think we're at a stage in our lives as who we are. Like you can give a look and it'll make people step back. Like I know I can just kind of give a look and they'll just kind of, okay, well, we'll let you be, sir. Like you, and other times I can put a big smile on, and I can, again, I for 32 years we've been doing it, Dan. Like, we can turn it on and we can flip it off and walk away, and like step away or come close. Again, like I said, I just sometimes I want to make sure that the like you said, the bananas are fresh and ripe. And other times it's like, you know what? I can go without a banana today.
Well, I got to say, Dan, how you involved your whole family in this experience with the Christmas music and the shop. I think that's just great as well. And then you're passing on to them those traditions, which probably they'll do with their family later on.
Yeah, it's true, Greg. Like, again, hate to keep going to Wayne and I's business, but when we started back 32 years ago, we were these young bucks, right? That kind of knew everything. And everybody our age now, 54, we're old people. They're going bald. They complain about sore knees and their traditions. And sorry, Wayne, I had to say the bald. But
I have hair.
Yeah, but the traditions and I'm a big fan of like you do you, whatever. And I just would hate people not to have the option to go to stores and do stuff.
Yeah.
Wayne was a person as probably a young kid who worked at Bob Lowe Island. And, it was a great job for people, young kids. And that's what the mall and fast food was a job for young kids that could go, their first job at high school, whatever. So if we don't want to be the old farts that want stuff back as it used to be, but we got to be careful that if we want everything delivered to us quickly and no malls and whatever, what kind of world we create, for the next generation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I got to what I ordered online, I ordered cigars.
Oh yeah.
And you can't get particular brands or there might be one cigar shop in the area and it doesn't carry everything. And then to find a deal on top of that, it's like, so that's when I buy probably a little more than you would use. And then it also gives you an opportunity because you're saving money to try other cigars, that maybe you wanted to. So
100%. I don't, like I said, I don't want to be the Scrooge on online shopping. It just because I order stuff and it is, we talked about this before, like you pull in the driver from work and there's a package, you do feel like, again, it's Christmas and something under the tree. And it is great because there is stuff that I've been looking at. And like you said, Greg, and it said Black Friday, and the person commented said, but maybe wait to Cyber Monday.
Yeah.
And, you may be able to save an extra 5% or 10%. So you're 100% right with that. So I will, order stuff online 100%. I mean, But like I said, there's still the tradition of, going to a mall and
Yep.
I think we're in a society of like when people are happy, when they put up their tree or when they take it down, that we want to poo-poo people who are happy. Like, miserable is my life. Why does Black Friday shopping make you happy? Why does putting up your tree make you happy? Like, it's like, just be happy. Let everyone do what they do.
You be you. Yeah. No, exactly.
Yeah. When my wife and I, we like to go to trips to downtown Toronto.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there they have the pass system, which is pretty much a large mall. And believe me, that's one of the highlights of our weekend, to walk through there, people watch, buy the odd thing. Like it's quite an experience. And yeah, like you said with your kids, you get into the spirit of things because it's Christmas and you're looking around and you're seeing the decorations and you're seeing the excitement on other people's faces. Like it is an experience to go to the brick and mortars.
Yeah, no. Again, I went this morning to the automotive store. I'm not going to say its name, so I don't have to pay royalty to them. The
I thought
tire,
that pay us royalty.
Because you're not sponsored yet.
Yeah.
That's why we got spam. I'm looking into them.
Yeah.
I went there because they had, recently we had a little bit of flurries, and I get looking and I'm going, my snow shovel is all chipped and bent, and so I'm like, well, I need a new one. So I looked on the flyer online, and I seen that the automotive entire place had snow shovels on sale. Well, of course, I went there this morning, and it was like 8:45, and I went in and I knew exactly where I was going, and I looking around, and there was other decorations. I decided I'd pick up a few. I know she's not watching this because I know she's out shopping to go and buy herself a jacket. And I can sneak this in because she's one of those notorious fast forward. Oh, I didn't hear it. So I did buy some Christmas decorations for her, and I'll place them when she's putting the Christmas tree up. And that's probably going to be this weekend because we wait until my son's birthday is on the 1st. Won't put it up at that time. So it doesn't overshadow his birthday.
Yeah.
So we'll put it up just after. So I'll give her she's been looking for this decoration to hang. It's actually more for outdoor to hang on our deck. It lights up. So I got that. I found exactly what she was looking for. A nice star. And there she goes. Like, she hasn't seen it yet. She doesn't know about it, but she will when she sees it.
Wayne,
yes.
Don't you think there's a chance she's pulled over in a parking lot in the spot, like watching this live because she doesn't want to miss anything?
I can say for sure that it's not happening because
okay. Well, I just want to make sure.
I'm only seeing one person watching, and I'm thinking that's not her. I'm thinking that's the April Heather, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe tuning in.
Yeah,
Could be
Jasmine. I don't know.
Yeah. But thinking of the shovel thing, like you said, buying it. I had years ago, my brother was going to that same store and get me a shovel, and it's just like imagine ordering it online, and he got me one of those steel shovels.
Yeah.
That weighs more than the snow. Like I don't know if you've ever pushed one of those. It looks nice. It's got like silver. It's thing.
Oh
then
yeah.
There's no way you're picking that up to put snow. Like that's maybe a push thing. You can't even put a nail in your garage to hang it because the thing weighs 60 pounds. So like you said, weighing a nice lightweight one or one with a nice handle. You want to get in that place and you want to hold it, grip it. You even want to practice on the store floor. You want to scrape up some of the. Oh yeah, this is my man's toy. This is great.
Yeah.
It is funny because a lot of shovels now don't just have a straight handle. It's got a bend and a nice handle here. And you're right. Like to get it in hand and try the ergonomics of it. And I mean,
I was going to say that, but I knew I was going to screw up the pronunciation of that. So thank you for saying it. I was like, I'm going to screw that up. I'll let someone smarter than me say that.
No, that's you're right though. Like to see it online, or I mean, you might order that thing online. It comes in, it's only this big. Like who knows?
That's your toy one.
Yeah.
Again, and going back to ordering online, be very careful not to order something online if you're under the influence of drugs, because I was in the hospital back in the summer and they had me on pain med, and I seen all this gauze and all the tape and everything and all the equipment to patch a wound, and I'm sitting there and my mind's in a fog, and I'm like, holy shit, I'm gonna need. So promptly pick up my phone and I'm on Amazon, and I get home and there's this package waiting for me, and I'm like, what the hell's that? And I open it up and it's just this survival first aid pack that somebody would carry on their pouch, like at work.
Oh
We
gosh.
work- It's like it's got everything, and it's got, you name it. It's like a bone survival pack.
Well, yeah, it's like you said, Wayne, like the left-handed glove. There's times where for Black Friday shopping, since that's the kind of subject, is that you'll go and you'll buy something because it's like 50% off, and what a great deal. And it's like, but you already got 2 coffee makers at home. But
Yeah.
you needed this Keurig because guess what? This is a heck of a deal. And then you're like, well, I didn't really need that, but I just couldn't say no to this deal. You know?
Well, the April Heather has just said that Black Friday shopping is the official kickoff to the Christmas season. Santa is coming.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Can't argue with that.
Yeah.
You know,
Go ahead, Greg.
Absolutely.
I'm just thinking, like behind me, I got all these barbecues. The one thing I didn't see on special this Black Friday, barbecues.
No.
So I'm safe. I
think
won't buy
barbecue-
another.
Greg, I think the barbecue is kind of like the same thing. Like I'll go to someone's house and they'll have like nice, Halloween decoration. I'm like, when did you get that? They said after Halloween. When did you get that charcoal half price? Well, after the summer. But it's the discipline to sit there and say you're going to open your wallet and buy something like after Christmas. Like nobody wants to spend $40 on a Christmas tree in January, but that's when you can get a good deal. But
Right.
It's to be disciplined when you're shopping to, again, not buy the third coffee maker, but to buy stuff like barbecue supplies, because you go to a store right now and it's hard to find a spatula for your barbecue, like a steel one. Like they have almost nothing in the stores for barbecue, even though
spending
you barbecue all year.
No, for it.
Well, when you started talking about the coffee maker, I started thinking in my head about different features. Well, you need another one because it has this.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how I bought that pellet grill back there. It had all these extra features that my other pellet grill or my other 2 pellet grills didn't have.
Yeah. It's funny you said, because there was a coffee maker I almost bought. This coffee maker, you put the ground like beans. So you buy the whole beans and you put it in a container. So then when you start, it grinds the beans and then the water goes through that. I mean,
that's what I have.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said. I almost bought that today because I was like,
oh, fine and dandy. Unless you're making if you make coffee at like 4:30 in the morning,
yeah,
the grinding, and that'll wake everybody up.
Yeah, well, yeah,
it's worth it.
It's worth
just
it. Yeah,
30 seconds of grind and
yeah. Great. Sorry to go back to the coffee maker, but there was a time where like a coffee grinder, and then someone was telling me to buy the green coffee beans so that you can roast the beans before and the green beans, at least I didn't search the world, but that was something that someone said, well, I buy that on Amazon. I get the green, it's easier because it's dropped at your house. Because like Starbucks, Second Cup, a lot of them sell the beans whole, but they're already roasted.
They're all roasted, yeah.
But you can actually buy green beans online, then you roast them yourself. Then imagine that, like the warm beans, put it in there. Like,
I don't know. That's a little bit too much work for me. I'm good with like open up a can of Folgers and scoop and turn on. And there you go. I'm good with that. Like I'm just.
Yeah, Wayne, because you put that on your front porch, and when Gunner's over, he puts his butts in there. We'll get the coffee can full of sand so people put their cigarette butts in.
You've been over.
No, I just go by.
Okay.
We're black coffee drinkers, and there is a difference in the flavor in the beans, and you can't figure out what to buy unless you're going to a brick and mortar and you're tasting the product.
It's 100%, Greg.
Yeah.
My daughter spent a few years working at Starbucks, and I did Tim Hortons and whatever. I didn't even mind Max Malkin Circle K coffee. Like I'm not overly fussy. But once I started getting the good dark roast and that from Starbucks that she would get, I became a coffee snob because it's like getting a chuck steak. And you're a barbecue guy. You get a chuck steak, it's decent, right? It fills the belly, it tastes good. And then if you go to a fine dining place with steak that does it properly, 1200 degree oven or a barbecue, like it's not the same steak. No, Tim Hortons is not the same as steak.
Yeah. And again, the only way you can experience that is to get out there.
Yeah.
No, exactly. Like again, I agree with you with the fresh coffee. Like we just started grinding our own beans. I didn't know about the green ones. I didn't know about that. But we'll go and get the Columbia dark roast beans and we grind it ourselves. And we were told, like, again, in the research a little bit of that we did, there was oils from the fresh beans. If they're fresh, there's oil from it. And that's when like you'll get the aroma more from it.
Yeah. Since it's shopping, I remember as a kid going to N&D. There was an N&D. I'm a Windsor guy, East Side Windsor guy. So it was an N&D by Tecumseh Mall. I remember her sometimes going to the grinding section and she'd get the little bag. And then, of course, I would always find it funny because on the ground in front of that machine was like more coffee. Like half the people were trying to grind it. They couldn't get the bag up there.
They missed the bag.
Missed the bag. Coffee's everywhere. And it was, again, an experience of like going somewhere, get that. And again, even as kids and even us 20 years ago, if you wanted something, you had to get in your car and go get that. It is nice, like I said, the shopping that way. And they do Black Friday shopping. I was looking at some like different kinds of like vitamins and weird stuff like that. And even that, like, 20% Black Friday shopping. I'm like, it's on Amazon.ca, and they're still recognizing, just to get people with the gimmick, the tagline. Oh, look, this is 25% Black Friday shopping. And again, that's technically more of an American terminology, but of course we really, went with that, and good for our stores too in the city to get business for them, right? Like it's a smart tagline to get people in the store shopping.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Well, we tasted a coffee in Toronto at Jimmy's Coffee, and it was probably one of the best coffee beans I've ever had. And then you go home and it's like, wow. But now I have the option to order it online and have it shipped to the house.
Yeah.
So there are some benefits to both,
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I have to share this. I know it's kind of a silly foodie thing. I know Greg will appreciate that. But the old reason why like some people like New York has the best pizza, like crust is kind of the water, right? Their water filtration systems that they use to make their dough is different than say what we have and what different places have. So, that was, I remember when people were buying Tim Hortons coffee and Tim Hortons sold their coffee machines and people were devastated. They take their Tim Hortons machine and they go home, plug it in, and they're like, oh, this doesn't taste like Tim Hortons. I'm like, well, their temperature of the water that their machines make is not that $25 Tim Hortons machine you have on your counter.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I just got a package in here. I was just talking to
Jimmy's Coffee.
I didn't even know she ordered it. I was going on about like, man, now I'm excited.
There you go. Now
I was going on about the flavor of that coffee, and I just couldn't. It was in my head.
Get the percolator, put it on the pot or the stove behind you.
Oh yeah, man,
coffee there. Yeah,
this is going to be a treat.
I'm gonna look into that, Greg. I'm gonna check that out. Jimmy's Coffee.
Yep.
Yeah, it's if you like your black coffee, it's the Hendrix blend.
I want some Jimmy.
Okay.
I'm telling you, when we were in the store, I was drinking it, and I'm like, this is probably the best coffee I've ever had.
You ruined your Christmas surprise. I'm sorry.
This is even better.
Well, we won't tell them about it then, Liz.
Yeah.
That's right.
We won't tell them about it.
You won't say.
Well, with that, I'm going to say, everybody, if you like this, please hit that thumbs up. Don't be afraid to subscribe, because if we hit the 100, we're going to do the spam challenge over at the Bob Ross of Barbecues, Greg Russell's place. We're going to cook up spam several different ways, and I will eat it
Well,
live.
Wayne, a little interruption before you do your finale.
Please.
Speaking of Black Friday shopping, I will drop off Monday morning something related to that. I purchased you on Black Friday shopping, and I don't know where it was. I was either in Kentucky or Louisville. Anyways, people can see it. Tune in next Thursday, and you can see what Wayne got.
For sure.
All right.
So there we have it. Everybody,
Tune in next week.
See what Wayne got.
same bat
Same
time,
time.
same bat channel. With that being said, gentlemen, you have a great evening. Thank you, and good night.